Welcome to GameF8 News, where we don't just tell you the news, we tell you the news. Following confirmation that EA will be stopping development on their mobile games for Apex and Battlefield, news has leaked that will sadden anyone who still had hope for Respawn's soul. The studio was created from talent who were unhappy churning out Call of Duty service-based games at Infinity Ward and had dreams of making compelling single and online mech experiences with Titanfall. They were soon eaten up by EA and forced back to the dark side, adapting Titanfall to Apex Legends, which was the same type of game they left Activision to avoid making. Probably in an attempt to motivate the staff, EA has rumoured to have greenlit a single-player sequel to Titanfall named Titanfall Legends. Sadly, this glimmer of hope for the studio and fans of the originals has been fully extinguished. But worry not, fans of EA's decisions, because they've come out with exciting news to give us hope again. Their upcoming free-to-play strategy mobile game, Heroes of Middle-earth, is confirmed by them to still be releasing. The PlayStation Plus collection games will sadly now have an expiration date. The 20 games have been available to anyone who is a PS Plus subscriber and owns a PS5. Sadly, Persona 5 has been removed from the service, but the remaining 19 games are still very much worth picking up, including bangers like Bloodborne, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 and Final Fantasy 15. In fact, almost all of the collection would be on anyone's top 30 games list of the PS4. Sony will be giving you until the 9th of May to add these to your catalogue, but you must have an active PS Plus subscription and a PS5. You can technically use a friend's PS5 to log in and claim the games, but PlayStation has been banning users abusing this loophole. What? I do have 200 siblings living in my house using my PlayStation 5, but only for a few minutes. Microsoft have been desperate of late for big games to push their Game Pass forwards, with Redfall being one of the titles they are heavily promoting. Sadly, news has dropped yesterday that the game will be featuring everyone's favourite DRM manager, Denuvo, on the PC release. This will mean that even if you're playing the game single player, which will be many of us, you must be online at all times. The news comes after an update to the Steam page confirming the use of the technology. Denuvo has been accused in the past of slowing performance in games, and Sega's Humankind cancelled plans to work with the company, stating it didn't have good enough performance. So, we need to make sure we don't have any cheaters. How much does your DRM cost? Your soul! Can I use Visa? We are less than 100 days away from Zelda Tears of the Kingdom dropping, and I'm starting to cancel all my plans for the May 12th launch date. But, like a squirrel, we may need to bury this game for the barren winter ahead. Nintendo have reportedly pulled out of E3 since they do not really have many games planned for the latter half of this year. In the past, we've seen Nintendo going mad with their E3 showroom floors, most recently recreating Luigi's Mansion, but also giving journalists hands-on with their games and planning Treehouse events. But without massive games, the floor would just look odd. If Mario Baseball is their largest game, the presentation will probably be as entertaining as that time they showed off Wii Music. We've talked a lot recently about Tomb Raider, with Amazon creating their Tomb Raider universe, but confusing information was released yesterday about a new game released by Netflix. Tomb Raider Reloaded is a forward-advancing, top-down shooting, roguelike-ish experience and will be free to Netflix subscribers, but may also get its own release on iOS and Android. This may excite the dozens of Netflix subscribers that A, have Netflix, B, know that they can download mobile games with it, and C, aren't sharing their passwords. Maybe a dozen is a tad optimistic. Kotaku has revealed that Facebook's VR division has lost over $13 billion just in 2022. With only 10 million headsets sold, this means that each headset has cost Meta, the parent company of Facebook, well over $1,000 in 2022 alone. The money they are pumping into this thing has been staggering, especially as the technology hasn't remotely proved itself to be mass market. Stories often leak out from Meta employees being forced to conduct meetings with the device. Why have you got no legs? You can't do this stand-up with no legs. God of War Ragnarok, the game that breaks my autocue every time I talk about it, damn you umlaut, has become PlayStation Studios' fastest selling title ever, hitting 11 million copies since release. Having completed the game, I cannot recommend it enough. I completed the first and second games in one go and enjoyed every minute. Having said that, I think I'm done with elements that hide loading in games. Quick, Kratos, although take your time with that crevice. We have already discussed Nintendo vouchers being rumoured to come to North America, and I'm happy to announce that the rumour has been converted to fact thanks to Nintendo announcing it officially. The promotion lets you pick up games at $50 a pop, but be careful because there are many games on the service that you wouldn't be saving anything since they're already $50. In fact, here in the UK, there are games that you would actually pay more for picking up using these vouchers. Those aside, this is a great deal, but make sure you use the vouchers within 12 months, otherwise they will expire. I would recommend that you make sure to redeem both games at once because I have the memory of a fish and I have the memory of a fish. Bob, bob, bob. Platinum Games will be holding a Metal Gear Rising 10th anniversary celebration, with fans wondering whether a recent resurgence in the game's popularity may be rewarded with a remake or a sequel. This isn't the first time that fans have been excited about a possible sequel, with Platinum dropping a picture of Raiden next to a massive 2 at the 2015 Taipei Game Show. They later explained that this was just to mark the game's 2nd anniversary. I have created this for you, Platinum. But something that won't troll you is GameF8 news. See us tomorrow and every tomorrow unless today is Friday because I rest at weekends. See you or not then.